So I guess I wanted to start asking you, what were your biggest struggles prior to joining the program?
I was going around and looking for organizations. I was looking for help and reading online about this program and this organization and this agency, and nothing clicked. And then I read about yours and it resonated. It just felt right.
I got to a point where I was really overwhelmed, and I knew there was more I could do for Joseph, and I knew there was more room for him to learn. So I started looking up online, and I'm like, I really need somebody who's been through, or somebody who knows more than I do, who's walked through this, that can be my coach or help me, figure things out.
I joined because I have a 3-year-old autistic son. So by about 22 months, no words left, very unengaged, no eye contact, doesn't answer to his name.
There's no access to any kind of services over here in Ireland. So it was just really clutching at straws and Googling stuff and trying to find something. And also quite defeated by my now 3-year-old, just having absolutely what I felt zero relationship and ability to communicate. Even he never pointed, never waved, never called me mum, just nothing really, even without speech.
Before participating, we weren't making as much progress. It was slow progress. Also, I feel like I was struggling a lot with the grief of the diagnosis and not having a lot of space to think about it and process it with other parents.
We have any local ABA. We have one facility in town that does speech and occupational therapy, and everything seemed to be waitlisted or just not available. And I just felt like, how do I get him the help when I felt like at that point in time, I felt like my hands were tied.
Because he's quite a listening boy. When you say to him, do this, he'll do that. But it just won't go. And that really got me worried. It got my husband worried and thinking, okay, we need to speak to PD so that they can, tell us if this is going to really affect his health and all that.
I think my biggest struggle was understanding their potential and just believing and knowing and seeing through practicing what you offer to think about, because they're all different, all children are different, that anything is really possible. And if you believe that, it can and will occur, like it did with my grandkids. Connor, older, was having meltdowns. The younger one was nonverbal and just having, the older one was having sleep issues. The younger one was having feeding issues and language, the verbal issues, communication issues. The older one, the meltdowns have almost disappeared, and we know how to anticipate them coming and offset it immediately.
I was just hoping I can, get some help, because basically before I found this program, I actually didn't know, I was kind of relying on just the speech therapist and teachers and stuff. I would ask them a bunch of questions, I would research stuff, I seriously had, because this is all so new to me, I had no idea. So I was just hoping, for some help.
I came in just feeling very helpless, very confused, alone, just, not knowing what to do to help my baby. That was the biggest thing. Just wanting him to move forward instead of being stagnant. Speech was a big thing because he wasn't talking. It was a lot of just silence. Nothing.
And I saw the ad for Michelle and her group and said, well, why not? What else? What can I do now that I haven't already done? What would be the harm? What can I lose?
On one end, I'm hearing, okay, she's, artistic and, you qualify for a lot of services. And when I go and try to inquire about, no, we can't service her, and that's where I was at.
I have twins, 6-year-old twins that are potty training seemed to be impossible. I have 2 older kids, not on the spectrum, never had a problem with potty training, homeschooling, all of the stuff that I do. And then with these guys, everything's just like a big old curveball because none of the traditional things work the same. Like I couldn't find a way to really just focus in on getting the potty training done.
I have been really trying to potty train Alex for a really long time.
Who my mother-in-law is actually the super skeptic when it comes to like everything. And then she signed up for the program first and she was just like, you have to watch these videos. She's amazing. She was like, she is very turned off by a lot of doctors and therapists and things. But she was like, Michelle, she's just a real person.
So this program encouraged me to, we can do it. So we did. So we started 3 days potty trained with him in March.
You know, seeing your story and stuff like that, I went back and forth and I'm like, okay, she's going to start ABA therapy on this day. And I told them that was my number 1 goal. You know, first thing to accomplish was to get her potty trained.
As everyone would be, I was a little skeptical because of how many times I have tried with Alexander. This is now my 5th time of attempting potty training with him.
Before I joined this program, my thinking pattern was so bad.
At the time that we joined, we were working on the potty training, and that had been a struggle. I had been at it for months, and I just needed support from someone to basically keep me going, because I would start and then, you know, it would work for a couple of days and then something would happen and I'd stop and then you have to start all over again. So I kind of needed someone behind me to not only give me the tricks and the tools and all of that, but also someone to tell me like, keep going, it's coming, and fine tuning whatever errors that I was doing.
My son was about 1 year, 2 months, and I knew something was off and different. My child was staring in the mirror, flapping his hands, not responding to his name, just completely in his inner world and just not developmentally getting anywhere. And I was scared shitless.
When we met her, our son was like in year 2 of potty training. He's 4 years old, he's autistic, and he had been hospitalized a couple of times because of potty training related issues. And when we met Michelle, he had just been hospitalized again over Christmas, and I was just at my wits.
So he has been tracking on the spectrum for some time. And really I was at a point, he's pre-emerging verbal. I don't say nonverbal anymore because of Michelle and her team. And he was half potty trained. You know, I got him to potty train pee, going number 1, but he still would not poop in the toilet. He would sit on the toilet and he wasn't aversive to the toilet, but he would choose just to poop in his underwear. How do I get him talking? How do I get him pooping in the potty?
Yeah, so I was looking for more to really help my son. He's 4, nonverbal, and we're struggling with communication, social behaviors, and also potty training. He was somehow there, but I wanted something solid.
Gina was like 6.5, I think, when we joined at 7. And she had a lot of temper tantrums. She was taking her clothes off in the night time, and then every little thing I had, I would talk to Michelle.
I had a then 3-year-old daughter who was recently diagnosed with autism this past January. And one of the things I was really working on prior to that was her potty training. I felt like no matter what I tried, she would resist it and still want to, hide in a corner and poop, or wanted to wait until the diaper is on to poop in it. And I didn't know what else to do. I felt like I've tried all that I could.
I was intrigued, so I signed up for it because doing it on my own was frustrating, and it was challenging. I could not get him to do the potty training traditional way because he's my grandson. So the traditional way it was easy peasy with my 2 kids, but this was a little challenging for me. So I sought for help. So that's why I reached out to your program.
So before joining, my daughter Monroe, she's 3.5. We got her autism diagnosis this year, January 2023, right before her 3rd birthday. So we got the autism diagnosis, and that was basically it. We were having early intervention, just OT, come to the house twice a week, and then we were doing virtual speech once a week. So that wasn't really benefiting her just with the speech. So we felt like we needed something more. Monroe wasn't potty trained, and she's pre-verbal, so the communication was a huge struggle.
Biggest struggle was potty training and communicate. Well, we had all 3, but potty training, communication, and some behaviors.
And my biggest struggle was potty training. We had tried multiple times to try and get Sam potty trained, but no success. And so that was my biggest reason for joining the program.
All right, so now, I guess, where are you now? You and your child, now that you've joined the program?
They're doing really, really well. Both are potty trained, I'd say 95% of the time, doing really, really well with that. They're both, I think their ABA program here is wonderful. We got very lucky with that.
Okay, so where I am now is where I kind of know that I'm in charge, and not just in charge, but I also count it's not just where I need Joseph to be, but I know that if I'm better, Joseph has a better mom, and I make better decisions.
To break it down to him, I had to have somebody break it down to me. Like, they tell me you're going to start so small with him, but it was almost like somebody had to start so small with me and tell me, hey, this is what you do, and kind of give me the stepping stones to do that. So, and that's made a world of difference. He'll tell us now.
You helped me formulate the confidence in myself to realize Henrik was ready and to really go for it.
My son's 5. Since he was diagnosed just before he turned 3, and you kind of feel like you're left out on your own in the cold, and you want to do every single thing you can for your kids, and I'm telling you, this is it.
The changes in him in less than 2 months, I think I've been 6 weeks, are miraculous. The behaviors have decreased. The stimming has decreased. The listening to directions has increased. The language has increased. He went from single words to using sentences. And this is in 6 weeks. I can't imagine what 6 months will bring.
He's doing so much better. He's more eye contact for sure. We're working on talking, on saying some words. He's using a little button and doing more things than he was doing before.
And then he started, sitting on the toilet, and we finally started the process. And it went really well. The tips you guys gave me, all the potty stuff worked great.
I started listening to the tips for Michelle, got involved in the course, and in the first couple of weeks, my son was fully potty trained. I'm not talking, bedwetting or going number 2, all of it.
I just, set those goals for myself and crossed them off and once I did that for me, turned my focus 100% and then I was able to get the work done.
Potty trained, 100% no accidents for P, and he's just picked up.
I felt like I just been given something so precious. I couldn't stop hugging him. I forgot at some point I felt like I was hugging him so tight, and I just couldn't let him go. And I was giving him all the kisses, and I don't know if I felt what I felt was so deep.
Everything, we got the service for him in 3 months. He's potty trained, he's more verbal.
On the potty, he gets toys because that was the only thing that was high enough value to him.
He's awesome. He is fully potty trained now. We never in a million years thought that it would happen this early. We didn't know if it was going to be something that would even happen for him.
Had no accidents for me and even pooped on the potty. So I was like, okay, maybe we're going to get both the best worlds, and I'm not going to have this child that will only pee and have to worry about poop later.
He's making a lot more sounds. He's now at that point where he's no longer frustrated, since you and all of the teachers have given me all of the ideas and the strategies. And he honestly now is 85% potty trained. Now and then he has some accidents, but he pretty much is able to go on his own. And I am pretty much so proud of him.
And they're able to explain it to me, or they're able to give me an alternative idea that I can talk to my son's BCBA about, and they're very receptive, because we all want our children to succeed, and it's just been wonderful.
But after getting into the program, when I'm seeing the other parents, how well they are taking it, how well the steps they are taking it through this program, I was so inspired. So that is the best thing that I got from the program, that getting inspired.
My thought, my thinking pattern has actually been really transformed. I'm not shy, I'm not ashamed for my son whenever he's teaming. I feel comfortable now in church, in grocery. I feel comfortable whenever he's excited and he begins to sing.
We worked on the talking. We worked on some of the items for obviously talking, requesting, and some clothing things. Also, I feel like there's so much that I worked on with him.
He's potty trained. I take him to the potty, he pees. He has no accidents, and he loves going to the potty. There's no problematic behavior. ABA was very supportive in this process. So I'll go ahead and mention this, that I had a lot of fear about ABA because you've got that duality within the community of ABA. And I do think that there's probably some bad apples out there, but ABA changed our life. And I hope to have him in ABA till he graduates high school. Like, ABA is amazing.
Within a month of being in the program, Jude was potty trained, both number 1 and number 2. He hasn't been in a pull-up for over 4 weeks. And I have so many strategies and a community and just this amazing support network.
And so I've taken the same model, applied it to words, and we're lock in step. And I think because he's got the pooping down and he's very independent of the whole process. And in fact, he's not even going to the bathroom as much. He's kind of self-regulating his bathroom needs. And he's now able to focus on something else.
He's okay in the sense that he also has some confidence, like knowing about the reward system for him to even initiate than him depending on me to always prompt him to go. That part has changed. It mentally for me, because when I'm also not feeling emotionally drained, it kind of affects him as well. Yeah. So that part, I know I can listen to any of the playback to kind of take my mind on the negative parts and then feed in the positive and change my approach with him. So that one has been helping. If he's showing any behaviors, I know how to respond to him than reacting.
I think main thing helped me was all the people you have in your coaching. Everybody helped. It's so nice, so nice. I mean, I really enjoyed it. And then any question you asked, every time I'm thinking about asking question, I'm like, is this stupid question? Should I ask? But I don't feel that way with these people. Feels like they are my family.
I really like hearing the advice that you guys provided, and not just to me, but for everyone else. So we're learning from each other. And one thing I realized is like, wow, these kids are the same. Like, wow, I have the same issue. They all do that. So the advice that was given and being able to learn from each other and seeing that light bulb come on, and I'm like, okay, wow. And then there are a couple other people on the call. I was like, I would love to hear how their story ended up. Advice you've been given, I'm like, and some of them I'm a little ahead, but I can think, oh wow, you're almost there. I'm like, oh, that's a Michelle thought. That's a Michelle-ism, because I can see, like, I've been there and I can see where you're taking them. I'm like, wow. And so I'm like, I would love to see how
she ended up with her child?
So I followed the instructions to the T, where the weekend, hey, you set a time, certain days to spend solely in the house, which was very challenging, but you gave me the materials that I need. And so I went shopping and bought everything that was needed. And, he is fully potty trained. I mean, he surprised us last night. We put him down for bed, but he came right back downstairs because I put him in a onesie, because if he don't be in a onesie, I pee in a bed or whatever. So, but he came downstairs to ask my husband to unzip the onesie so he can poop in the potty and use the bathroom. I was like, oh my God.
Because I didn't have hope. I don't mean to get emotional, but before I met you, you just don't know how much you changed our lives. And it's just been so amazing, because when I got the diagnosis, I was at a loss. I really was. I would just have outbursts crying. I just felt depressed. I didn't know how to help my daughter. So when I found you and your amazing team, you guys just gave us a new hope. We felt like this isn't it, her autism diagnosis wasn't the end. I was like, okay, she can get potty trained, she can talk, she can communicate, and she's potty trained. Monroe didn't have any sign language before starting your program.
We're doing pretty good. I would say he's almost 100%. All kids are gonna have accidents, but he's even through the night, he's in undies during the day and just pull-ups at night just in case. And he's pretty pee potty trained. Gone from saying oh to saying oh, almost open. And he says cookie now fully, not just cook or and then when he gets on the bus, he now says I love you and have a good day. Some of he's probably just repeating, but he's really got a lot more going on with his vocalizations compared to just the noises he was making all day.
With your help, within 2 weeks, he was potty trained he was peeing in the potty, and then overnight he was potty trained the very next week. So within a 3-week time period, he was actually voiding in the potty. So
would you recommend our program to any moms or dads that are going through this right now?
Absolutely. Hands down, of everything we've done, any book, this has been the best thing. This was the most support and all the way around.
Absolutely. I have already to a couple people. So
yeah, I would definitely refer anyone to this. With you guys, giving me all the tools and confidence and everything. Now I'm like, oh, I can do it. I can do everything. I can do this, I can do it.
Yes, definitely. You guys need to do this program. It'll change you guys and your child's life tremendously.
100%. I do recommend it, because all weeks when I come here for any of the calls, you learn something new.
I would definitely suggest to go through this program for at least first 4 to 6 months to know what to do for your child, how to do it, what are the different things that you can do.
This program has allowed that, and I'm really grateful for that. And grateful for that space. I feel like it's allowed me to be able to move forward with more momentum and joy. Finally, the best part of working with Michelle and her team is that Michelle works hard to get a team, an interdisciplinary team on board to help support us.
Take this course, do the one-on-ones, listen and absorb everything that this team has to offer, because it has been absolutely life-changing for me. We would not be in the position that we are right now had it not been for Michelle and her team. So I just want to say thank you. We love y'all. I'm so excited, for our journey going forward. And I know we're only going up from here. So thank you so much.
You guys have a gift. And you're sharing it, and that's amazing. You guys are the ones who relate to everyday parents and issues and joys with our children. 10 stars. Absolutely, without a doubt.
So I will recommend you to anybody, whoever is out there that's confused, thinking there's no help and they are all by themselves. No, you're not all by yourself. Get with Michelle and she will get you to take the baby steps.
My thought, my thinking pattern has actually been really transformed. I'm not shy, I'm not ashamed for my son whenever he's teaming. I feel comfortable now in church, in grocery. I feel comfortable whenever he's excited and he begins to sing.
With you guys on board, and the encouragement, the pushing me to just go for it, just keep going. It's been really great. It's been really great, and for my son, I just feel like anything I could do, like even if it said to me, climb the mountain.
This is going to help you. You can learn through other parents' experiences. You can, have some camaraderie with people that are going through the same thing as you are.
Just do it. Don't hold back. Just go all in with your daughter or your son. And I promise you will definitely see results. Because truly, I'm not gonna lie, I was skeptical for a little while. I waited. I really kind of went over the program a few times. I'm like, I don't know if I can do this, but it was totally worth the sacrifice of me as a very active mom. Sitting in the bathroom is not for me, and I did it. And I'm very proud of myself for developing the patience that I have with her.
If there is a friend who is going through the same situation like me, I would definitely suggest to go through this program.
Thank you all. I wish I will never stop coming up for this program. I wish something can be created that I will, can be part of this group.
At 150%, yes. Yes.
You'd be crazy to not get in this program if you have concerns about your child, even if you don't want to go after a diagnosis.
It's amazing. I can't recommend the program enough. This is more than an investment. It is something for you as an autism parent that is going to enrich and enhance your life.
Absolutely. And I have already been recommending Champions for Our Children.
And yeah, you and your team help pull that out. It's amazing. It's amazing what you guys do.
If I'm having a problem, I can go on any of the BCBA's calls. I can address it. It's not just your child alone. It's you, the parent, what you also get to be able to support your child in the emotional part, and even the being able to advocate. Because I was more comfortable only asking for the professionals' opinion and doing nothing. But now I'm advocating like a boss. I know that I can have more for my kids. So I can verify what you're doing. Is that the right thing? Can we try this? I also bring in opinions. And that's what I love about this program. Yeah, you're getting help for yourself to be able to help your child.
100%, I would. Yes. There is no question about it.
Absolutely. I would absolutely recommend it. I would not think about it twice. I know when I did it, the first thing that came to my mind was money. But I thought, you know what, this is nothing compared to the joy and the excitement I'll feel at the end of the program. So I would not think about it. I would certainly recommend it to anyone that's struggling with those 3 areas, because they will see results. As long as you're willing to put in the work, you will see results.
I absolutely will. And I will also say, do not skip any chapters. Read all the chapters. It's for a reason. So you won't have to be sending a nasty gram to her. Please read all the chapters and listen to all the videos in this order.
Yes, I really recommend everyone, and not even people with children on the spectrum. I mean, even neurotypical. I mean, you guys give such amazing advice. You guys personalize everything, and I think that's what really helps, is just, and you feel like a part of a family, and you don't feel alone. And I just, sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm gonna just email her and I hope I'm not bugging her. But then, after a while, I feel like I know you. I think that's the other thing, is you guys really care. I feel that. I feel like you guys want the best for her and the best for us. And I think that's what makes the program even more amazing, is that you guys genuinely care about all of us and our children. And that just makes it a million times better.
Yes, I would. Absolutely. I think you brought in some really great things.
Yes,
Just
sir.
bringing in all the options for families, like to bring it's a whole program. It's not just, you know what I mean? Like you're there, you got your BCABs, you got Greer now, you got speech, you got OT. Yeah, you definitely have a whole program there, all in one place. So I would definitely recommend it.
I would have been lost, and I just would have been ready to throw my hands up in the air and give up. So thank you so much for all of your help.